This weekend marks the one-year anniversary of the death of Mahsa Amini. The 22-year-old woman died after she was arrested by Iran's morality police last year. Her death in custody triggered months of some of the biggest protests against Iran's clerical regime. As Philip Lee-Shanok reports, the anniversary is being marked with events right here in Canada.
Mahsa Amini, say her name! Mahsa Amini!
They came here to speak for those who cannot and say a year of outrage was just the start.
The Iranians outside Iran who have the freedom of speech, we want to be the voice of the Iranians inside.
It began as a protest over the death of Mahsa Amini after she was arrested by Iran's morality police, accused of wearing her headscarf too loosely. But now they say it's about much more.
We're done with this regime, with this Islamist extremists that are taking our basic rights in Iran.
Say her name!
Protesters here hope their chants of women, life, freedom are heard in the streets of Iran, where they can embolden the biggest uprising in more than a decade. Events like this were held in cities across Canada and around the world, and in Iran, where the regime tried to prevent any public marking of this anniversary. Dozens of women's rights activists were arrested. But despite the crackdown, some Iranians did mark the anniversary with defiance. There, protesters' demands for democratic change have been met with violence. Women have been detained, others have rejected the hijab and cut their hair in defiance. Here, protesters are calling on the Canadian government to do more. While Canada has sanctioned hundreds of Iranian people and entities, protesters want Iran's Revolutionary Guard declared a terrorist group, their entry to Canada banned, and deportation for those who are already here. Philip Lee-Shanok, CBC News, Toronto.